touching on last over about the 6 that was produced and how it doesn't really matter if it's the short or the long boundary. There's another case in point. Speed on the ball, into the hip, and he's just backing. If he gets anything on it, it's going to go well over Rabada at short, at deep fine leg.
So halfway through this over, he's gone for 7 at the moment. Looking for a change of angle, just missed his run up. He's going to make a mark. There he goes, just a little scratch. And change that angle and go around the wicket. And a fine leg is moved a little bit finer, and also the man at deep backward square has gone a little bit finer as well. This might be a chance. This might be a real chance. No. Desperate dive from Quinton. He was going to the swimming pool, I think, Quinny.
Yeah, nearly the 5th time in the one day in the T20 series that he gets out in that fashion. Change of angle from Nortje around the wicket. Trying to tuck him up a touch. Good speed from the speedster.
Good opportunity there created by Nortje. Take a look, they didn't really get the bat, kind of just got big on him, probably rushed him with a bit of pace. I do think that it's a little bit too dangerous with that angle. If he does get it a bit on the fuller side, Puran is going to be looking to kind of help it along. I think he would want to just adjust that length a little bit better.
I said outside edge, a little bit of movement perhaps. Movement certainly as it went past the bat.
Yeah, that is key, Hayes. If you've got that ability and that skill to get the ball to shape, it really does create a different dimension. He's been back of a length. It's almost like it was a leg cutter. Yeah, it was. As it pitched, it nipped away. That was the movement. That just creates a bit of uncertainty.
It's pulled it back nicely. Last ball of his first over, last ball of the 5th. Nice work from Nortje. Quick single. Oh. Quite grab, I don't think would have been okay. Anyway, 5 gone. 56 for 2 it is.
Rabada's second over. Oh, nothing you can do about that. Just clipping the pad. I mean, it's a touch too straight from the bowler, but Rabada's attacking the stumps. And the more I see of this cricket, the more I think you got to bowl your best ball. I think it's so easy to go straight into a defensive mode. He's trying to hit length around middle stump there, trap him LBW. It hasn't worked, but he has bowled well in the 6 balls previous. Bishop and Chris Morris are alongside me. There are 4 in the cover ring to go with the 3rd man, and they're all in tight on the single. Quinton is asking, Rabada is sure it's out, absolutely sure it's out. I think they may review this. I think that the bowler and the wicketkeeper think it was an obvious one. He wants a decision from everybody. He wants a decision from Quinton, and he goes for it. I thought I did hear a little stump mic sound actually, but I'm not sure, boys.
Yeah, look, I never think there's a lot of confidence out there, but batters look pretty confident. So
I've checked the front foot and it's
always a difficult one.
Can we go into front on spin vision?
Well, it was just Quinton de Kock and KG Rabada's reaction, as if it was kind of obviously out, so they barely bothered to appeal. I think it was more like that. Klassen saying, don't ask me.
Okay, ball's close to the back. Can we just go to Ultra H, please? Ultra H coming up. Just keep rolling that through. Roll that through. Keep rolling that through. Yep, there's a flat line when the ball passes the back. Sean, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Stand by.
Not out.
Good decision, and one that stands. So Rabada and de Kock were misled, and the batsman gave it away for me. He threw his head back, and annoyed with himself for not getting bat on ball. He never turned that head to see if the keeper had taken the catch. Usually when batsmen nick it, they sneak a look in. Bish, what do you think of my bowl your best ball point? Don't defend too early.
I think the angles obviously come into play, and it's down to an individual thing with bowlers. You talk to maybe a Jason Holder, he'll tell you, I'll back myself to bowl what I think is best. The Jofra Archer would do the same. You talk to an Ian Bishop or one of the other guys now, Alzari Joseph will tell you, I'll make an adjustment based on the angle. So it's what you are comfortable with. And I think it'd be slightly unintelligent to do otherwise. If, let's say, you're bowling up and dead, you get your left arm seamer, let's say a Cottrell or a Reefer, to be bowling from this call-it drive-in to a right-handed batter, angling the ball across them, asking them to hit into the big side rather than always going straight Yorker to get hit into the short side.
Plenty of pace and carry in this pitch.
Yeah, it's probably the best I've seen the Wanderers pitch look in a while. We had the SA20 and it was a little bit tacky, a little bit slow, a little bit too paced, but this one seems like it's got a little bit of zip, a little bit of extra pace as we've become accustomed to have at the Wanderers here in Joburg. The two nasty quick bowlers from South Africa are bending their backs and putting the West Indies under pressure.
Picking out the field. Oh, well, he doesn't hit. That's not good running. Brandon King looking to steal one on the missed field. As kids, you were always taught don't run on a missed field. Of course, they didn't play 2020 cricket in the heat of the Wanderers moment.
And by all accounts, the reaction on the field from Riley Rousseau and Anrich Nokia was backing up. This looked like it was on target. Maybe just throwing it, or not maybe, throwing it a bit short and bouncing over the stumps. But spot on mark. Always get taught never run on a misfield. And he would have made it, but it could have been costly.
It's well done by Rabada. It finishes the power play with the score at 61 for 2. Remarkable stroke from Carl Mayers to get things going. That wasn't so dusty either. That was almost into the golf course. A few shovels here and there as the short boundaries being picked out. Horrendous mow from Carl Mayers. Lovely bit of bowling from KG Rabada to get rid of the man who made the scintillating 100 the other day. Incredible flick off the body for 6. And that's a little summary of the power play. 6 overs gone, the scoring rate above 10 and over. As we move into power play 2, a couple of fielders, 3 fielders indeed, can drop back. And it's going to be Bjorn Fortuyn who'll bowl to the left-handed Nicholas Pooran. Pooran may try to get inside the line and go offside, but wisely Fortuyn will stick to bowling left arm round the wicket and make the angles very difficult for that. Bish was talking about angles, and angles are everything to bowlers.
Yeah, Mark, just talking on the angles, I feel the same for the batters. I mean, the Wanderers is actually not, it's not a circle. I mean, you always talk about cricket, it's an oval, but at the Wanderers, yeah, I'm all about angles because the outfield's so quick, and Hazy keeps mentioning.
Oh, man back, doesn't matter. Picks the big boundary and nails it.
Pooran, strength, hitting that slog sweep, whether it's a spin bowler or a pace bowler. It's one of his strengths thing there, and not missing out tonight. That's one of the long boundaries. He hit it with ease.
Well, you can rely on the bounce and indeed the pace of the ball coming onto the bat exactly as you could at Centurion. Well, it goes again. That's even bigger. That's a magnificent strike of a cricket ball. It must have gone, I don't know, 20, 25 rows back to the biggest boundary.
Again, Pooran lethal on anything that's drifting in length. And Bjorn Fortuyn slightly short. Quick feet from Pooran. Rocking bat and absolutely moosing that over deep square. to the long boundary again. But as we mentioned, the altitude, ball travels a mile in Joburg.
Long time since I've heard moosing it.
You obviously haven't played golf with me then, Mark.
Do you moose it?
It might not be straight, but I give it a go.
Who's the biggest mooser in your cricket golf circle?
Well, one's retired. You're talking to him.
When you say you're talking to him, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite humble when it comes to hitting a long ball. Like I said, I don't hit it straight, but it goes a mile. But no, I think when Adam Markham gives it a smack, he gives it a proper smack, and there's a few guys who swing hard.
And again, don't worry about that. That's 6 more, 3 in the over, and a ball remains. Wonderful batting.
When Puran sees left arm spin or leg spin, apart from the googly, he feels that this is his matchup. And regardless of the boundary size, he thinks, and he's looking so far to have the power to get it over there. Can you hide it in his legs? I thought so. Into his legs, so he doesn't have the leverage to get underneath it and hit it over that leg side boundary. 80 for 2.
Yeah, 6s from Puran. Excellent batting, knowing his strengths. And any adjustment in length, any miss in length, Puran was pouncing on. Some superb striking from the West Indian keeper.
Glorious Johannesburg sunset to show off our graphic. 7 gone, 80 on the board. And that's what we've come to expect, really, after what we've seen in these matches. The delayed game, the 11-over game at Centurion, was a humdinger of a high scorer. 131 in 11 overs. And then, of course, 258, followed by what looks as if it could be a big score today as well. A batsman's series, but on excellent pitches, pitches that are really coming onto the bat. It's so nice to see those. And it's okay to have some one-sided games in favour of batsmen. There are plenty of games that are one-sided in favour of bowlers, turning pitches in various parts of the world, seaming pitches. You do want the best balance between bat and ball, and then occasionally get one of these and the batsman let fly. Here's Wayne Parnell.
Mark, I don't feel there's enough competition for the batters when bowling comes to T20. Being a former medium-pace bowler myself, I thought we're all one-sided towards the batters around the world.
What do you mean by competition? You mean too much advantage for batsmen?
No, grounds are getting smaller. I don't want to be that guy that says the bats are getting better, but they are getting better, and the ball stays the same size, the same weight. The pitches just end up getting flatter.
You have an idea to do something with the ball?
I think golf are onto something, changing the ball, but look, it's been like this forever, so.
A couple of things which I'd like to just sort of touch on as the umpire. We had a good decision from Sean George. Adrian Holstock is at the other end. He's just got his promotion into the elite panel. This is Sean's last international game. He's saying goodbye to umpiring after this game here, and he's had about 11 years doing this, and he's thoroughly enjoyed it, but he'll still be involved, he said, in some coaching.
Going to run for 4. Oh, it's not quite. No, it's good fielding. Very good. He kept his balance. And in the end, it's only a couple.
Yeah, so I just want to wish Sean well. Good man whenever you meet him around the circuit. Always very pleasant to talk to. I'm still happy that he's making a contribution in some capacity later on, and to wish Adrian all the best on his elevation.
We tend to say, just stick on that for a minute, we tend to say more and more, don't we, how well the umpires do their job. A staggering level of correct decisions. We've said it about Marais Erasmus, one of the best umpires there's ever been, I should say. Adrian Holstock, as you say, promoted. They get a lot right, and one of the things DRS does is prove that to be so, and then correct things on the occasions they get it wrong. It's a good system. Might be wide. It's a really ballooning ball. No, it isn't wide. And I think the system works. The only thing I'd do is find a way to speed it up a bit. I think it takes a long time to come to some decisions, which is frustrating for everybody. But the sense of drama in DRS is fun for the crowd. You've got to keep it moving. Not a bad over this from Parnell. Well, a very good one. Single, single, two, single, dot. Can he finish it? He sure can. Balls it in. Oh, he can't. Well. It wasn't a bad ball given where those two fielders are set and given how big the boundary is. It's amazing how hard the ball was hit. 89 for 2.
You know, apart from the shot, you'll bowl your slow balls into the pitch hoping to get hit to that side. You won't bowl it outside the off stump from the golf course into the right-hander. And this over from Wayne Parnell was wideish outside the off stump to Puran, hit to the bigger side, into the pitch against Brandon King, hoping to get him to hit into the bigger side. He was too good on this occasion, but you can clearly see the planning in the execution of the over from the bowler.
100% agree. Bish, you can see, as you said, you can see the plan straight away. You can see what he was trying to do, and with that slight topspin that he's got away from Dave Millen in the down. But that brings up their 50 partnership of 27 balls. This is danger zones for South Africa. These two keep going. They're a big total on the horizon.
Look here. It's a little safe chip over mid-wicket.
I think another point at the Wanderers that batters tend to fall into, they just look to go boundary with the angles that I was speaking about earlier on. Use the angles of it's quite a big square as you look across the Wanderers, and you hit the ball into the square, it usually skids on. And using angles at the Wanderers, your running is very important because it's a small ground, because the ball flies. People think boundary, where the teams that have got the most twos, the most singles, the most threes possibly usually are the most successful at the Wanderers.
Good pace from Nokia, but it's extraordinary how quickly the batsman responded to it. West Indies have to make something of this guy. One of the best players around, I reckon, Brandon King.
Yeah, struggled a bit to get going, Brandon King, but 36 of 24 now. Any opportunity he's had, he's taken it down and slightly tucked up, but adjusted well and helping it over on the wicket.
Pulls the ball better than most off the front foot. Got it! Genius from Nokia. He eyed that up. I'm telling you, he was aiming at the base of the leg stump. And he hit the base of leg stump.
I think Brandon King showed his hand too early, looking to size up that short side of the ground. But he gave Henrik Nokia too early a look. And one of the things that I like about bowlers, you are clear at the top of your mark as to what delivery you want to bowl, but you still have to have half an eye as you get into your guard and to make an adjustment. Nokia did just that because King showed his hand too early. Sign of an excellent bowler. Doing a little Shoaib Akhtar airplane on the runway, and he bowls like it. King goes for 36, 94 for 3.
3 down now with Brandon King bowled out by Henrik Nokia. Rothman Powell coming to the wicket. He's played pretty well. Lovely natural ball striker. Just need someone to hang on in there a while here, I think. Paran's going well, 39 from 16. Could do with Rothman Powell getting himself in. I think Bish has just made very clear the point that you don't want to sell yourself to the short boundary too early. What a ball. What a ball. What a difficult catch that would have been for first slip had he been there.
And at 147 k's an hour, the Yorker first up, not the easiest ball to face. Confusion if it was bat or pad, but I think this is off the outside edge. Great delivery first up to Rothman Powell, the danger man. Gets away with that one.
Oh, but if you ever want to know how small the margins in cricket are, watch that replay. Because that ball's only hitting middle stump. And the thinnest of edges carries it through where first slip would have been. Great pace, great skill. Oh, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That slammed into the gloves. This is magnificent bowling. You sprint in, you turn your body almost sideways on, you pick your target, you hit it. That is some skill.
And these two will be teammates in a couple of weeks' time in the IPL for DC, or Delhi Capitals as they call them. But no love lost, playing for your country. And that is an absolute beauty. Followed the Yorker up with a sharp bouncer. Clever bowling from Nokia yet again, showing his class.
The gloves again taking a pounding. There are some bowlers whose pace and bounce means that only the best batsman can cope with it. 100 for 3.
Yeah, look at the wicket ball again.